Hi, my name is Sayward Ayre, and I'm here to tell you a little about myself and my interest in archaeology. When I was 8 years old, on a beautiful beach on an island in a lake in New Hampshire, I was sifting the white sand through my fingers, and up came an obsidian arrowhead. It was my very first experience with finding an archaeological piece, and from there on I was very interested in archaeology. I went on to receive my BA in anthropology and archaeology from Humboldt State University, and after that I was fortunate enough to be able to work on a site in Salango, Ecuador, which is on the coast region of Ecuador, just north of Guayaquil, and the site had signs of continual occupation for over 5,000 years. And while I was there, we were able to actually purchase replicas of some of the artifacts that had been found at the site. This is a bat bowl, a beautiful piece that I still treasure. From there, I was able to work as an underwater archaeologist in Jamaica on the site of Port Royal, diving on the sunken town of Port Royal. That was with the summer, I forget the year now, was with Texas A&M it was the Archaeological Field School for Texas A&M University. It was a very interesting site. We used hookah with a barge and compressors at the top, and we were only a very short distance under the water, about 10 or 12 feet. But the site was fascinating. We had many, many artifacts, roads, buildings, and all that we were excavating there. From there I was very lucky, and I got another position with the All-American Pipeline that was working excavation digs all the way from Texas to California in Santa Barbara. And I worked with that for a year. And after that, I worked as an underwater archaeologist with the Australian Museum out of Brisbane on the wreck of the Pandora. The Pandora is the famous ship that was sent out to look for the Bounty, mutiny on the Bounty, and that whole story. And that site was fabulous. We were diving at 110 feet, doing 10-foot decompression stops, and I even got to see a whale shark on that. I got a dorsal fin ride with my snorkel gear. That was an amazing, but the archaeology was fabulous too. Just incredible site, and a lot of history there. And from there on I've gone on to other sites, and really what drives me on the information about archaeology is the continual knowledge that we keep gaining about our history. Sometimes history that isn't even that far back, but that we seem to have lost or we don't have all the details on. And then other times the history goes much further back into the tens of thousands, perhaps even hundreds of thousands of years ago. There are sites in South Africa that have just been discovered that are possibly hundreds of thousands of years old. There's a site in Turkey just recently unearthed. Actually, it's been unearthed for quite a while, but just recently made public because they wanted to be very careful of their science and to make sure they weren't making any extraordinary claims. And that looks like it's significantly old, possibly 50,000 years old. And these are amazing sites, and this is what's so important about archaeology, is because it helps to answer the questions about who we are, where we came from, and perhaps where we're going. So this is just a snippet of my interest in archaeology, and the field of it keeps expanding, keeps growing. So I hope we'll be able to work together on exploring our distant past together. Thank you.